Hello and welcome to The Mirror Murders, a brand new original crime series in which nothing is what it seems, and every clue leads deeper into the unknown. I'm your narrator, and over the next 20 episodes, we will follow the story of Emily Tran, a seemingly ordinary office worker in San Francisco who finds herself caught in a chilling web of lies, secrets, and murder. Each episode unravels a new piece of a larger puzzle, and trust me, you won't see the ending coming. If you're a Sherlock Holmes, Mindhunter, or Gone Girl fan, this story is made for you. So grab your headphones, dim the lights, and prepare yourself. Because once you step into this story, there's no going back. Let's begin with part one, the body in the elevator. Part one, the body in the elevator. From the series, The Mirror Murders. Emily Tran never thought a regular Monday could trigger the unraveling of everything she thought she knew. She left her small apartment in the Mission District of San Francisco at exactly 7:30 a.m., a steaming cup of black coffee in hand, earbuds tucked in, playing her usual indie morning playlist. The chill morning breeze danced through her hair as she crossed 16th Street and entered the lobby of the Everstate Tower, the sleek high-rise where she'd been working as an admin assistant for the past 3 years. She tapped her employee badge at the security gate and headed toward Elevator D, which serviced the upper executive floors. Ding! The elevator doors slid open. Empty. Emily stepped inside, instinctively moving to the back right corner, the spot where she always stood. She scrolled through her phone, half reading a message from her roommate about forgetting to feed the cat again. The elevator stopped at the 14th floor, Human Resources. The doors opened. No one came in. Emily looked up from her screen, puzzled. A shoe, just a shoe, sleek black Italian leather, peeking across the elevator threshold. Her eyes slowly followed the line from the shoe to the rest of the body. A man lay face down, half in, half out of the elevator. One arm stretched in, one leg bent awkwardly behind him. His head was tilted at a horrible angle, and a deep red pool had begun to spread under his neck. Blood. Emily screamed. The police arrived within 15 minutes. The entire building was placed on lockdown. The victim was identified as Richard Dempsey, vice president of real estate investment, late 40s, known for his ruthlessness in the boardroom and his impeccable taste in suits. Always punctual, always distant, always wearing a custom Patek Philippe watch that employees gossiped cost more than a Tesla. Emily sat in the HR lounge wrapped in a gray wool blanket, waiting for her turn to give a statement. "You were the first person to find the body?" asked Detective Alan Moore, his sharp gaze not missing a detail. "Yes, I was just trying to get to the 19th floor and—" She paused, swallowing hard. "He was right there. The doors opened and—" He was already down. "Did you touch the victim?" "No, I backed up and hit the emergency button immediately." "Did you see anyone on that floor?" "No, the hall looked empty. It was too fast." Moore nodded, scribbling something on his notepad. News spread like wildfire across Everstate's 10 floors. Whispers curled through cubicles and Slack channels. Some claimed Richard had been having an affair. Others muttered about rivalries in upper management. A few insisted it was just a freak accident. But Emily couldn't shake the memory of another incident. 1 year ago, a young intern named Jonah Green had fallen down a stairwell from the 23rd floor. It was ruled an accident, but it had always felt off. Too quiet, too clean, just like this. The company gave everyone 3 days off while the building was closed for investigation. Emily, as the key witness, was asked to remain available. She returned to her apartment, restless, unable to focus on anything but the image of that blood pooling around Richard's neck. Then she remembered something strange. The watch. She had walked by the executive boardroom just the day before at 5 p.m. Richard had been standing at the glass wall on a call, his wrist moving as he gestured. The emerald green face of his watch had caught the sunlight, unmistakable. But this morning, there had been no watch on his wrist. Her curiosity awakened something in her. She dug into the internal Slack archive and found old office party photos. In several, Richard's watch gleamed like a signature accessory, a birthday celebration, a team retreat. It's always the exact timepiece. That evening at 10:43 p.m., she received an anonymous email. No subject, nobody text. It's just an attachment. A video clip. Security footage from the 14th floor hallway, time-stamped 5:58 p.m., the night before the murder. Richard stepped out of his office and walked toward the elevator. A moment later, a figure emerged from the far corridor, wearing a baseball cap, a hoodie, and a surgical mask. The stranger crept up behind Richard, and the video ended. Emily gasped. The next morning, Emily returned to Everstate Tower to retrieve her personal belongings. Security reluctantly let her up after she flashed her badge and insisted she'd only be a minute. The 14th floor hallway had been taped off, but the floor was still faintly damp from bleach and chemical cleaner. A cleaning staff member, Maria, whom Emily often shared friendly small talk with, agreed to look the other way as Emily slipped through the side stairwell. She crouched outside the elevator, scanning the carpet. And there, barely visible, a faint sneaker print. Unlike the stiff loafers employees wear, this print was from a shoe with a five-pointed star on the sole. She snapped a picture. That night, she met up with her tech-savvy friend Jordan, who worked in Everstate's IT department. After an intense hour of protest, "Emily, this is a crime scene. Are you insane?" He finally agreed to help. Together, they searched the backup server for hidden surveillance files that the police had not yet flagged. One video stood out. Camera footage from the 13th floor stairwell, time-stamped 6:10 p.m., just minutes after Richard was last seen alive. A shadow moved down the stairs, a man in a black hoodie, the same star-soled shoes. It's the same cap. He never took the elevator. He had planned this. Emily stared at the screen. Richard left his office at 5:58 p.m. The masked man approached. At 6:10 p.m., he was gone, down the stairwell. No panic, no rush. Just cold, calculated steps. And Richard's watch was gone. A week later, the police issued a preliminary statement. Blunt force trauma to the head, likely accidental fall. No signs of struggle. There was no mention of the missing watch. Emily's stomach turned. She opened a notebook, one she hadn't used since college. At the top of the first page, she wrote, "This wasn't an accident. It wasn't random. This was the beginning."